Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard. I'm Penge and welcome back to Farm Manager World, where today I think we're going to have a lovely day growing fruit. I think that sounds like a good plan, doesn't it? Everybody likes a little bit of fruit from time to time. So over here, right at the edge of the farm, just past our newly laid out orchards and past the cultivation ponds, we have a lot of open space, so we're going to fill this with many fields of berries. Berries are the plan, so raspberries, strawberries, gooseberries, blackberries, other berries, I don't know, just so many fields of lovely berries with a little place to store the farm machinery and some warehouses and workhouses and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to transform this empty bit of land over here and over here into a lovely kind of fruity place, because really we don't do that much fruit on our farm. We've got the orchards, and okay, they do generate a lot of fruit, and then we've got some strawberries over here in the greenhouses, but that's kind of it. That's kind of it really. So over here we can grow just, a lot more different types of fruit, which I think will be quite a good thing. However, before we get round to that, I think we need to go over here and build a new factory, because relatively soon, I don't think it's going to take that long at all, we are going to have some lovely organic lotus flowers. And then when we get those, we can potentially, if we build the right things, we can pickle them. And then people can eat the stems, and people want to do that, and they are willing to pay us money for this apparently. I mean, I've never heard of that before. I didn't know that you could pickle lotus stems and then people would want to buy them and eat them. I'm going to assume that's what they're doing. I don't know, I guess they're eating them. I mean, if anybody's ever tried this out there in the real world, you lovely people, let me know what these are like, because I had no concept that that was a thing. But yes, if we build, I think it was that, wasn't it? Was it a food processing plant? If we build another one of these, just a quick check, was it one of those? No, it wasn't one of those. Okay, don't build another one of those. Was it one of these? I think it was a vegetable processing plant, wasn't it? Hang on, where is it? There we go. There we go. So we can take 350 kilograms, I assume it is, of our lovely organic lotus flowers, and we can turn them into 250 grams of pickled lotus stems. And we can make quite a bit of money from that. So I think first up, that's what we need to do. So let's get another vegetable processing plant in ahead of time, shall we? So as soon as these are ready, as soon as we have the organic lotuses, we can then put them right into here and they can get working on the pickled lotus stems. I think that sounds like a good idea. So we'll get another one of those in. Now, just before we go any further, I am going to apologise for my slightly croaky, slightly sort of claggy throat. I've got a cold, and I've had a cold for a while actually. It's been sort of going on for a number of days. I can't quite shake it off, but it's I keep coughing and spluttering and sneezing and all that kind of stuff. But it also does sort of make my throat get all sort of croaky and unpleasant. So if there are some jarring cuts in this video, it's because I've either started sneezing or coughing, or my voice has just completely given up at that moment and I've had to sort of stop and clear it and sort it out. So yes, apologies for that. I do apologise. Hopefully it won't be too troublesome. Right, okay, so vegetable processing plant. It costs nearly 400,000 farm manager monies. As we've established multiple times, that doesn't really mean anything to us. Could we fit it in that gap? It would be amazing. Oh, that is the most perfect thing. Okay, do you know what? Yes, boop. Put that into there. Right, get time ticking on. Get this built. And then, we can start making this stuff. Eventually. I mean, we can't do right now because we haven't got the organic lotus stuff. And possibly we're not going to get any anytime soon because the weather isn't really very good for these kinds of things. They like, sort of hot, sunny climates, and it's not hot and sunny right now, as you can see, because, it's coming up to the middle of November here in Northamptonshire. So it's getting a little bit chilly around here, but we'll build this anyway, just in case, just because we can. And then it's ready eventually for sort of springtime or whatever. So we'll get that done. We've just made 143,000 farm manager monies anyway. We are hurtling toward very rapidly 40 million farm manager monies in total, which is a very utterly ludicrous amount of money. I mean, that has become largely sort of relevant, hasn't it? The money's not really a thing anymore. Right, here we go. So you've worked on this is good, that is finished. Okay, now have we got room over here? Aha, yes, we have more production and veg plant house. Oh, there we go, this is perfect. It's a vegetable processing plant. Okay, this is very good indeed. Okay, so if we go into here to add some workers, I mean, it might be that they can't actually do anything for a long time, but this is fun. We'll get them in. Money's no object. It can be a nice sort of, it can be something for them to do over the winter or whatever. The only person that can do anything production-y is Amelie Marshall. Okay, and we don't want you to go into that house, do we? Hang on, what was it called? That one there. More production and veg plant house. So yes, you can go into there, but that's kind of it. That's a little bit disappointing, isn't it? But there we go. So yeah, who was that one? That was Amelie Marshall. Okay, so can we get 3 more people now? We've got some more production-y people. Okay, it looks like maybe we've got 2 out of the 3. So we shall have Jude Blake, welcome aboard, and Henry Patel. There we go, welcome aboard. So, oh, hang on. Eleanor Lambert down here. She also has manufacturing. Oh, okay, right. There we go. We are sorted. Brilliant stuff. Kind of did it the old way there, but that's fine. So you and you and you. Okay. Right, so add another line. And, okay. At the minute, they're not going to be able to do anything. So do we give them another job to do whilst we wait for spring to roll around and then we can get some of the lovely sort of organic lotus flowers in? Do we tell them to do something else? I mean, we've got carrots. We could potentially make carrot juice. Have we got a lot of carrots? Do we grow a lot of carrots? Hang on a minute, hang on. If we go to here and then go to sell, have we got carrots? We have got a little amount of carrots. I think we keep a tiny amount of them for the, is it for the thing in here? Yes, it's for the shrimp in sauce. They require carrots. So maybe, whilst we wait for that to do its thing, possibly we could tell them to make... Okay, so we can either make carrot juice or we can make frozen carrots. So frozen carrots is 208, carrot juice 111. And the frozen carrots require... It's 500 carrots, and that needs 550. So let's do the frozen stuff. We'll do that, I think. So yes, get frozen carrots, please. So you guys can work on that. Do you know what? Let's mix it up a bit, shall we? Let's go for some frozen carrots and then some carrot juice, just to, you know, mix it up a little bit, make things a bit different. So yeah, we'll go for that, please. So they can work on that. The carrots are over there. Okay, so maybe we could store a few carrots over here as well. So pick this. Carrots, there we go. And can we store, say... 1,200, that'll do. 1,200 of those. So put those into there. That means they can get to that. And then eventually we can just, you know, turn that off. We can get rid of that when the lotus flower things are ready. But until then, I think, yeah, that'll just keep that doing something, won't it? Okay, right, there we go. That's quite good. We are... Oh, crikeys. Okay, right, hang on a minute, hang on. The errors are all over the place. What is happening? So, we haven't got enough colza. Okay, hang on a minute. Show. No, show me the barn. Barn 14. Which is barn 14? We've got so many barns. That isn't even a barn. That's barn 1. Colza. Is it over here? Is that barn 14? That's barn 3. It's got to be one of these ones over here. It's got to be one of the new barns. That's barn 5. That's 4. Hang on. That's 16. That's 6. Which one of you is barn 14? Own up. Hang on a minute. It's increasing. That one there. Okay. So if we just take out the colza thing on there, that'll just go away. Okay. And yeah, a few people in the comments did say that we don't need to sort of have all of these resource order things in. We don't need all of these in particularly, but I think, yeah, they're not causing problems right now. So we'll leave it as it is. Okay, that's good. Right, so tick time on. We can get all this sorted. There we go. So yeah, not got any of these yet. Are they all sort of in hibernation now? Have they all gone into hibernation? These are... Yeah, I think they're dying. Oh no, the plant is hibernating. There you go. So it is hibernating, but they didn't really grow very much at all. They are hibernating. They barely got off the ground, and they didn't do anything either. And are these also hibernating? No. The nori is continuing to grow. Okay, that's interesting. Right, so maybe we are going to need to build one of these. Because in the food processing plants, we can make, scroll down to the bottom, we can make our own hosomaki. I'd just say that's like a sushi roll, but we can make that, look, because we'll have our own nori, we've got our own shrimps, we'd have to buy in the rice. We are going to struggle with the rice, I feel, but I think we can do that. I think we do that as well. So let's get in a food processing plant. Now, these are the really expensive ones, aren't they? They're $750,000. Good grief. And I think if we could put it over here, rotate it round. So if we put that just there, that should allow us to get some workers in those houses over there. I think that should be fine. So if we pop that in like that, to get that in at great expense, it must be said, because these aren't cheap things, but we'll put that in. That's all fine. And then, get this finished off. It's going to take a while. Is it a tall building? How tall are they? I think they are quite tall. Okay, so they can work on that. And then, yes, we're going to need to buy in some rice. And that might have to go into that warehouse. But that warehouse has got so much room, it's absolutely fine. It doesn't particularly matter. So in here, we want to have shrimp, if we haven't already. We just put this in provisionally. Say, I don't know, 1,000 lots of that. And then we want nori, which we're growing ourselves. And we'll have 1,000 lots of that, thank you. And then we will have rice, which we need to buy in. Hang on a minute. Why can't we buy in rice flour, rice bread, rice seed? Why can't we just buy rice? What? Hang on, what? No, this doesn't make any sense, game. Why can't we buy rice? Is it called something? Hang on, we're going to speed time and get this done. Is it called something else? Why can't we import rice into our farm, game? That doesn't make any sense. Hang on. Go to here. Buy. I would like to buy some rice, please. There it is. Rice. Well, what? Did I type something wrong? Hang on a minute. We're going to buy in. We're going to buy in 1,000 lots of rice. Just because we can. Yes, please. Yeah, I would love to do that. And then, over here, pick a resource. Rice. Okay. Maybe it needs to arrive? No, we haven't got any other stuff though, have we? Is that a potential bug in the game? Why can't we put rice in the thing? Oh dear. Okay, right, hang on. We'll sort that out in a second. We'll sort that out in a bit when, things are... I don't know, maybe Farm Manager will calm down and it'll sort itself out. I've got no idea. Okay, so this building is done. We'll add another production line and we will go to just here and start working, maybe, possibly, on making our own hosomaki. Okay, so we'll do that. And then come down here and have that. And of course, we can't have the organic version, which I sort of planned that we might be able to and then messed up completely. But yeah, okay, right. So that's sorted. So we've got that in. We need 4 people to work there. But there is space over here, which is handy. So have we got 4 production people? We've got 2. Do you know what? That'll do for starters. We'll take you and we'll take you. So those 2 people there. So Max and Felix. So you 2 can work in here. So yes, please, and yes, please. Right, so they can go into there and try to work on the hosomaki. Although, yeah, if we can't put the rice into here, then that is going to be... no, hang on. Hang on. Maybe they don't store rice in a warehouse. Maybe rice isn't a warehouse thing. Is the rice... possibly a... hang on, have we got any silos around? Are there any silos? There must be a silo somewhere. Where's a silo? There's a silo. A completely oversized silo. Yes, okay. Does the rice go in here? Yes, it does. Okay. Right. So we are going to need another silo. Maybe not that gigantic one. Oh, that doesn't really matter, does it? But maybe we need to get another silo over here somewhere. So yeah, medium silo. I think this should be fine. And if we put that there, and then we get a lovely road coming past, like so. There we go. That links all that up. That's quite good. That's complaining about... no, there we go. Sorted out. And then in here, we can have rice. Okay, good. Yeah, so we will have in here 1,000 lots of that. Now, is that going to be enough? Yes, that should be plenty. That should be plenty of sort of capacity to make 2 lots of those things. Okay, this is good. And then we need to auto-trade some rice. That's what we need to do. So rice, can we please buy rice until we've got, I don't know, 2,000. How much was it to do the thing again? It wasn't that much actually, was it? Maybe until we've got 1,000. How much was it? 250 a time. Do you know what? No, do it a bit more. Do that a little bit more. Purchase until we've got 2,000 lots of rice. That's going to be good. Okay, right. So they can now work on that. That's another production building and another thing that we're making, which is quite good. Also, hang on, we need to look at, not carrots, just carrots will do. Carrot juice, because we might be making that, and the frozen carrots. We've got some frozen carrots. Okay, another new lovely People's Farm product goes out into the world. That's exciting. And then we want to check on the Hosamaki when they can make it eventually. Oh, look at that. Carrot juice as well. Oh, this is wonderful. And yeah, not enough nori because we haven't got any yet, which is perfectly fine. There it is. Have we got to wait long? How long until we can have some nori? We did have organic nori, but that wasn't really worth the effort, was it? We got rid of that. It grows seemingly quite slowly. That is, yeah, oh, and it's going to go into... Is it going to grow before it hibernates? That is the problem, isn't it? Are we going to get that growing before it goes into hibernation due to the punishingly frosty temperatures? I don't know. I don't think we'll get it done. Never mind. Okay, right, whatever the case, we've got some carrot juice and we've got some frozen carrots. So yeah, at least that's something, isn't it? Hang on. We'll auto-trade those away. So, yes, carrot juice, you can sell... Hang on, pause time in the background. We can sell above 0. Just sell all of that. And then we'll go for the frozen carrots. Sell all of those as well, please. Okay, but how much do we get for those? If we wanted to sell them right now. So that would get us... That had a massive spike on it. Oh, look at the price of that has just shot up. That's very good. Okay, so we can make 21 grand off that and 10 grand off that, which is better than nothing at all. So yeah, oh, and got a load of the organic nori still hanging around, which has got a ridiculous demand on it, which is just very silly. So we'll sell that as well for another 20 grand. I'm tempted to just grow that and just sell it straight on because it makes such a stupid amount of money. But okay, sell that. That's 52 grand. Very nice indeed. Okie dokie. There we go. So we've got that all sorted and we just keep an eye on these things at the top. Although, yeah, we don't need that anymore. And we don't need that because we know that's been sorted out. So these things are now things that we're keeping an eye on. And then we're going to look at this bit over here. Now, of course, right now, we're not going to get any fruit growing because it's the 8th of December. Not really prime sort of, plant growing time out in the fields. But I think we can probably get things zoned out. So I think, yeah, if we go to here, this is the very, very edge of the map, isn't it? So we can bring that road there all the way up to about there, I think it is. And that can link up to there. So we've got our sort of big, sort of like bypass type thing going around the edge. That's quite good. And then does that need to come down here, possibly? And then link up down here as well, just to make sure we do have at least a half decent sort of road network going on. I think so. Yeah, these are relatively expensive, but again, the money is really irrelevant, isn't it now? It's become just just a pointless thing, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. That links up. And then right down the edge of the farm, all the way like that. And boom, okay. Right, and then look what we're going to do. I'm going to remember that we need to do all this kind of stuff, because otherwise I would forget. So let's put one of those in. And then connect it up to... Oh, that one there. That'll do. Will that do? Move time on? Yeah, there we go. Lovely. And then we just want more of those along here. So we'll have one there. We'll have one just here. Connect that up. We'll have one sort of along... I can have one at the end, I think, actually. I think that should cover everything. And connect that to there. Okay, so now we've got stuff across the middle here, which is good. And then here we need to build all the different kind of warehouses and, you know, farm machinery buildings and mechanics and everything else. So I think let's do that now. Let's get the field sort of zoned out and ready. I mean, they are still working on that field. What are you doing here? You're nitrogen fertilizing it. Okay, so they are still sort of getting them ready. They're not going to be, you know, producing any kind of product at all next year. They're going to be growing next year, but, you know, they're getting there. So we're going to have to wait a while for our tangerines, our cherries, our limes and our kiwis. The obvious things that you would see growing in Northamptonshire, of course. But yes, okay. So maybe along here, we could just get all of the things we need. So all of the farm machinery and everything else like that. And we could put a road maybe coming down the middle. And then we could have things sort of coming off that. Or do we just put everything along that road? And then people can just, you know, get all the stuff they need. And then just drive around the back. Maybe that's what we should do. I mean, one thing we are going to need is warehousing. We're going to need some storage. That's okay, because it's going to be for fruit. And it says there, fruit on that list. So we'll have ourselves a warehouse in the middle. So let's just pop that right in the middle like that. So yay for the warehouse. That's good. And then next to the warehouse, we are going to need a house for permanent employees because they can come in and look after the fields and do all the stuff. So yeah, we'll pop one of those in. That's good. We're probably going to want a... Oh yeah, hang on. Where is it? A manure thing. That's silage. Where's the manure thingamajig? It is logistics, because they're going to want to store manure in this, then put on these fields. So we'll pop that in like that. So a little kind of manure thing can go in. And then we are going to need just a lot of space to put farm machinery, because that's what we're doing all this for. Just get so much room. So yeah, parking lots and garages and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have one there. We'll have one there. And then possibly, how about we mix it up a bit? Just to make it look interesting. It doesn't really make any difference at all to us. So a bit like that. And then we want to get in the repair shop, which hopefully can... there you go. If we put the repair shop there, that can cover this area. So pop that in like that. And then can we have a little gas station over there? Perfect. That should be plenty of stuff. That should be fine. So run that on. I'm just wondering, do we need another warehouse? If we're going to have so many berries and things, we might need another warehouse. Let's drop one of those in. Doesn't really make that much difference, as it will pop that in. That fits perfectly just there. There we go. Lovely. Right. So these things have all popped in. Plenty of parking, plenty of storage space, somebody to repair things. They can refuel over here. Little bit of a gap there. Maybe we could put another worker house in if we need to. Which, do you know what, actually, when it comes to sort of picking time, we might need to get some more workers in. How about, here's a plan. We have the 8 full-time workers, and they can, you know, sort the fields out and all that kind of stuff. And then we could have seasonal employees just sort of popped on the end there, near the fuel station thingamajig. Lovely, what a perfect environment. And then, yeah, they can just help out. I think that sounds like a good plan. So, yeah, we'll pop that in like that, and then we'll get that built. So, come on, put that together, please. And then we will get a road and just run that directly across the back of all this. I keep hitting the edge of the map when looking at it from that angle. Let's go from this angle, like that. So road coming along the back, and there we go. Right, that is sorted. This is all looking good, and I think they can help out. I mean, really, we don't need them for that long. We'll push them just sort of a few days into December. In fact, we'll have them right to the end of the year. So we'll have them for sort of half a year. So the full-time workers can help sort out all the planting and such like. That's okay. And then these guys can come in and deal with the harvest at the end, because I imagine they're going to be required. And do you know what? We'll pay them a bit more just because we can. Why not, eh? There we go. Right. So now we've got all that kind of stuff in. We're going to need to zone out the fields. And, oh yes, we did that already. Oh, okay. I mean, this is quite good. I was going to say we'll go and do some soil testing, but no, we've kind of done it. So if we zone out all of these bits here, if we just, oh, hang on a minute. Where do we go from here? Hang on, like that. So all the way to the top. So sort of there. And then fill in that gap. So that should show us what that area is like in terms of soil quality. Although we're just going to put nitrogen stuff on it anyway, so it's fine. And then we will do that. And then go out like that. And then, I don't know, just keep going across. I wish there was just a sort of, do the entire farm button. I wonder if there's like an achievement or something for that. Like a sort of a thing we can unlock. There you go. We've spent quite a lot of money on making lovely patterns on the farm. And we've gone over 40 million. We've gone over 40 million. Hooray. Okay, so get this bit sorted first. So there we go. So this bit's not too bad actually. That middle section's kind of okay. This bit here is not great, but never mind. Right, okay. So let us... Again, I find it quite hard to see where all the features are now. Like, why can the roads not stand out? Can they not go over the top of the soil quality thing? Because we're not going to build a field in a road, because that'd be silly. So if we just get... I mean, hang on, that's 25 wide, just there. No botherations. Where's it gone? Field, come back, hang on. That's 25 wide. And then it was from there, wasn't it? So 25 wide plus 17. Oh no, massive penge. Hang on. 25 plus 17. So 25 plus 20, 45. Take away 3 is 42. So what's half of 4? 21. So if we made the fields 21 wide and then as high as they can be, so like that, that means we can fit 2 in of equal size, possibly, maybe. So we'll put a field in like that, and then we'll put another field in. Is that 21 wide? It is! I just did numbers. It's a joyous day. Okay, there we go. So 2 lots of 21 wide fields, and then we'll do the same down here. So I'll have that just there, and then bring it down to there. Okay, so that's now 4 fields zoned out that we can fill with berries. Okay, here we go. Right, so yeah, we don't want these things. We don't want apples and apricots and things. We're looking at, there you go, black currants. Oh, they're not blackberries, they're black currants. Oh, they're not a berry. They're not a brie. But okay, do you know what? They will do the job fine. And it takes 50 days to grow. That's hardly any time at all. That's so quick. So, yeah, we'll have black currants in that one, please. We'll come back and, hang on, fertilizer, actually, yeah, sort that out. Do that. Oh, and I know what we need. Hang on a minute. We need to get ourselves a pump. And that should cover those 4 fields. If I put it right there, that covers them quite well. So pop that in. That hasn't got power. Yes, it has from across the road. There we go. And then, yeah, you can irrigate that field. Thank you very much. And we'll sort out all the different kind of soil parameters and stuff in a second. And then over here, let's keep scrolling through. What do we want? So cherries are growing elsewhere. I mean, coconuts would be fun to grow. There's a load of exciting things. I do want to get some corn growing at some point, because then we can use that to make the biofuel, which does sound like quite a lot of fun. There you go. Gooseberries, we'll have those, thank you. Yep, install the thing and use our own fertilizer. And then over here, we will go for, so we got down to gooseberries, grapefruit, grass, hemp, guava. I mean, there's quite a lot. There's a lot of things. But yeah, this is all sort of fruit stuff. Peas, pineapples, plums, potatoes. I'm looking for the quick growing stuff. I mean, pumpkins will be quite good. They would be quite good, but here we go. Raspberries. Raspberries. Okay, we'll have that, thank you. We'll put that onto there, and we'll have some irrigation. Lovely. And then over here, after raspberries, I mean, you can still do strawberries. We might need some more fields. There you go, strawberries. I don't mind growing a massive pile of strawberries, because they do generate quite a lot of money. So, yeah, we've got strawberries. And... oh, that's kind of it. Oh, okay. That's it for the berries. Oh, okay. Right, well, we'll go for those. We'll go for strawberries. And then change that around. Yes, absolutely. There we go. Put the irrigation thing on. Right, so there's 4 fields. So that's 4 big fruit fields. And the only thing is, what about those ones there? There's a big gap over here. We could put some stuff in there as well and get even more fruit. So do we possibly sort of put some more fields in over here? Can the warehouses reach? They can, but only just. But they would reach. So we'd be okay, I think, to have another set of fields. So maybe we just grow 2 of the same thing. Or do we crop... no, we don't need to crop rotate, do we? Because we've got the parameters thing. Although, if you do crop rotate, you do get a bonus to your yield. But then also you get a bonus on your soil class. So, yeah, it's a bit sort of, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other kind of thing. No, okay. I think then we will have another set of fields. I think they start about there. So like that. So bring that out like that. Bring that out like that. And then where's this field then? It's really hard to see with all these things on here. We will have... that's supposed to be 21 wide. So that one like that. And where's the where's the line gone? Is it there? No, it's there. Okay. And then 21 like that. Although there is a big block here which hasn't been soil sampled. Hang on a minute. We'll do that as well. There we go. And also a bit at the end. That also hasn't been soil sampled. We'll just do that entire area, including the roads. Because why not? Right. There we go. So that should sort that out. That's complaining about a lack of road. Oh, that field is... oh, I've not made that field big enough. Hang on. No, make this field proper size, please. Yeah, like that. There we go. Sorry, they were the wrong size before. And yes, you are correct. There isn't a thing there. So hang on, we'll get a road for you. Bring that one all the way down to there. Boop. Splendid. Okay. And then what we'll do is we will just make the other fields exactly the same sort of thing. Oh, look, they are bringing tractors and things in. You don't need to do that right now. I'm going to employ a load of extra people to do all this. So, right, raspberries. The only thing is they can have the water pump. Oh, they are. They can just reach, probably. Okay, so raspberries. So I have 2 of those with the manure, which is going to be tricky to do. Right, what was that one? That was strawberries. Okay, so and install the pump, irrigation thingamabob, and do that. Okay, and then over here, that was black currants. So I have black currants in here. So black currants with a pump and manure. And this one was click, thank you. And this one was gooseberries. Okay, right, so do that. Go for gooseberries and install the pump and switch that round. Okay. So that's all that done. Now we've got to go and do all the sort of soil parameter stuff. It would be nice if there was a button that you could press that just went, boop, you've sort of, you've optimized the soil parameters rather than having to do it individually every single time. Because the game knows the numbers. It knows that the pH has to be between 6 and 7. So why we can't have a button that automatically sets it to 6.5, which is, in the middle of the 2 ideal values. I don't know why we haven't got that button. So you have to go through and do this sort of manually, which is a little bit of a faff. It's not the end of the world, it's just a bit of a fiddle, isn't it? So, right, let me go and set all the soil parameter things. Let's get all of these done for the 8. Just created 8 new fields. Oh my goodness me, what have we done? So yeah, let's go and get that sorted out for 8 shiny new fields. Right, there we go. Wildly exciting soil administration is now complete. That's all very good. And I think now we do need to go and invest in lots of farm machinery because, yes, as we can see, they've leapt into action on the fields, which is good, very admirable. We've got a tractor there, and a tractor there, but we need more tractors and we need more people. So how about, the people should be okay to hire. Let's go to here. We're going to call this the Fruity House. There we go. Welcome to the Fruity House. And we'll get people that are good with potentially machinery, but also, things like you. Look, so we want you because you're good at working with plants and also orchards. You're quite near to the orchards. So you two actually might be quite good candidates. We'll get you, and we'll get you. Ellie Ford. See, I'm not so bothered about the machinery skill. It slows down the wear and tear of used machinery, but yeah, we've got a mechanic on standby right next door whose sole job is to look after these machines. So I don't think we need that particular. I don't think that's going to really help very much. But apart from those two, that's kind of it. Nobody else is good at plants. Okay, dearie me. I have just realised that maybe, should we have put somewhere around here a logistics building? Maybe we should get one over here possibly. And maybe down here. In fact, just there's quite a good candidate for that kind of a thing. Because I feel like we do need some. There's going to be a lot of stuff moving around along here. And I feel like maybe, yes, a logistics building is going to be quite useful. So maybe, we could even get a couple of them in. We could get 2 of them in down here just to help move all of this stuff around. Because, you know, there's a lot of stuff happening on the farm now. Could we fit one in there? I think they're ever so slightly too big, aren't they? Hang on, logistics building. When I say ever so slightly too big, it's way too big for that over there. Okay, never mind. See, I think we could put some along here. So let's have one there, and then a gap for a house, and then one there. So that's 2. I think that's quite good. And ideally, yeah, we can't fit one in here, can we? That is a bit of a shame. That would have been perfect. We have got room over here for another field or 2. But maybe we should also get one of these. We should also get one of those in at the edge. In fact, if we put that there, look, pop that in like that, and then we can have a road just coming across the back of there, just to kind of break that up a little bit. So we've got the 4 fields, and then we've got a little bit of a track coming off the side. Okay, I think that's quite a good idea. And then down here, get us a worker house. Is that facing the right way? Yes, it is. Right, so get those in as well. However, right now, is that refreshed already, by the way? That'd be good if it had. No, bother. Okay. I'd like to get at least another 2 people in over here. Just before we then start, you know, getting machinery in and such like. Here we go. Right, plenty people. Okay, Mohammed Newton, in you come. Millie Barnes, in you come. Harriet Harper, welcome aboard. And I think that's it again for plenty people. But okay, 5 out of 8 is okay. And then we need to get machinery. So we need to get lots and lots of things. We might get a couple of orchard tractors because there are orchards just there. And that might be quite handy. Just to help out, you know, I don't know, spraying or whatever they need to do. Sort of, you know, putting down the pesticide stuff. So that might be quite good. And very handily, they are in the right colour. They're in the right colour, the little tractors. So we can get these in fairly easily. In fact, you know what? Let's put them into there, look. We'll have them in there. That's quite nice. And yeah, we'll buy another one. So buy another orchard tractor, please. And face it the right way. Okay, so 2 of those are in. This is good. And then we want to get a load of other tractors. So I think what we'll do is, if we go to here, so Ethos tractors are what we want. We'll have, yeah, let's have a hot pink one, please. There we go. Very nice. We'll have a hot pink one here. And then we'll have, yeah, one in there. And then one in here. And then one in there. In fact, no, so 2 in this one. We'll put 2 into this. We have 4 tractors. Yes, we'll have 2 hot pink ones. Hang on, change the colour. So yeah, grab that one there and put that in like that. Lovely. I always feel like they should be moved forward a bit. Because if you put farm machinery in front of the tractor, it's going to be quite hard to get them out, isn't it? So we'll put them like that. And then we will have one in here. So we'll have a... Let's go for a yellow one, shall we? Let's go for a yellow one in here. So Geek Cupboard Corporate yellow. That's not quite right, is it? There we go. Sort of like that. So put a yellow one into there. And then in here, we will have a Geek Cupboard Corporate blue one. There we go. Change the colours. Boop, boop. That's about right. That'll do. That's okay. So pop that in like that. Okay, right. That's good. What else do we need? What other things are we going to need? Okay, so ploughs and cultivators. Okay. Oh, one of the cultivators is massive, isn't it? Okay. We might need... I think we're going to need to repark the little orchard tractors. We're going to move those to here. And then just here, we can buy this cultivator. But isn't it? Yeah, this one. The big one. That's huge. This one that doesn't change colour, isn't it? So yes, I'd like it to be hot pink, please. And it goes, yeah, I'm staying green. But it is gigantic. Yeah, there we go. But you click on the thing and it shows it as pink, but on the screen it's green. That's a slight oddity. Another farm manager oddity. So one of those. Crikeys, is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I mean, over here, we can get some plows. So, yeah, where are we? Let's go to tools. So, yeah, one of the fancy plows, they're the big ones. So that's the little one, which is work width 6. Is that also work width of 6? Footprint 1x2. And a work width 4. So, yeah, so this is the better one. Okay, so we'll have that. We'll have that again in a hot pink. Just because it's easier to get a hold of the colour thing, because you don't have to go into the colour sliders. And we'll have another one of those, and that can be in yellow. That's not yellowy enough. There we go. So we'll have another one of those. So pop that into there. What else are we going to need? We're going to need manure spreaders, of course, and transplanter. Okay, so we get a couple of manure spreaders, because we are going to need that. So they can go into this one here. So let's buy 2 of those. Do you know what? The manure spreaders do look quite good, don't they? Look at that. That looks wonderful. Some exciting, very vibrant Geek Cupboard corporate colours going on. I mean, that's while they're brand new. I imagine after their first use, they're going to look a little bit less dramatic and a bit more sort of, poopy. But for now, they look quite good. I like that. Okay, so we've got those in. And then we needed, oh yeah, box trailers. Okay, so let's get a couple of box trailers in. We'll put those over here. So I don't imagine, I was going to say I imagine they're that expensive, but it doesn't really matter, does it? So box trailer, yeah, that one can be in blue, like so. I'd love to be able to memorize the colours. I know I've got this kind of palette of colours here. I'd love to be able to sort of, just put them, overwrite, say, that green colour with our lovely Geek Cupboard corporate blue, and then I wouldn't have to keep using the sliders forever. But okay, so there we go. So one box trailer can go in like that, and then we will get another one. Do we need a third one for that? I don't think we do. I think, they can cope with those 2. That should be okay. So we'll do that. They look quite good next to each other as well. And then that one needed a transplanter. Okay, that also needs a transplanter. Okay, oh, they're going to be the same, of course, because they're the same kinds of thing. Does that need them as well? Yes. Transplanter and transplanter. Okay, right, I don't know what they are. I assume they're a thing that puts, the stuff in the ground, the little seedlings or whatever. How big are they? Do we need to rejig anything? 2x1. Ah, no. Okay, that's fine. And very conveniently, they're already in Geek Cupboard corporate blue. So we'll have one of those. They're $3,000. They're hardly anything at all. Okay, so pop one of those in there. And then we'll have, I don't know, maybe let's have one of those in there. So a transplanter that will make yellow. Yep, that looks pretty good. So we'll have that one at the back. And then, in terms of room, we've got 1, 2. So room for 2 more things. So I think what we do, let's go to here, get another tractor. I think that's going to be quite good. So we shall buy another Ethos tractor. That can be, do you know what? That can be in the blue. We'll have that in the blue as well. There we go. Ta-da. So pop that in like that. Oh, I like that. That looks quite good. If only I shouldn't have made that pink. I should have made that blue. And that would have been quite good. But okay, whatever the case, it still looks good. So I'll have one of those. And then over here, what's the best thing for us? I mean, really, we could do with another one of those. But they just take up so much room, do the cultivators. Unless we get... How much is the smaller one? So I know, hang on. Let's go for cultivate. There we go. So the little one, work width 4, that's a work width of 8. But that's 1 by 2. So potentially they're going to have, if we have one of them, they're going to have to wait for that to be available. So we could have this one, which of course, yes, will take longer to work around the field, but at least somebody will be able to go and work on the field instead of doing nothing at all waiting for the bigger one. So let's go for that one. Now, do these change colour? We'll make that pink. Oh, that does change colour. Okay, and we'll put that in like that, and there we go. I think that should be it. So now I'd like to think that we should see people dashing over here. They're all running over here. Where are you all going? Where are they all going? Okay, I'm watching where they're going. So these are the people that we've just hired. They've come out of their house. Oh, we're going to lose track of them now. And I know they're going down here. Where are you all going? Hang on, what are you doing? You are going to Logistics Building 6. Why? Why are you going there? This is fascinating. Okay, Millie Barnes. Let's go on a journey with you, Millie Barnes, across the entire length of the farm. Millie Barnes? Millie, are you okay? What are you doing? Why are you doing all that? You live in the fruity house. You're working in greenhouse number 40. But that's... Oh, hang on a minute. I can't... It's all gone strange. Come on, stop following Millie Barnes. You live over here. Your job is to work in these fields. Why? As in, there's not a range thing on the house. Okay. Right, this is weird and unexpected, but okay. Let's see if we can hire some more people that are good at plants. And of course, there is nobody who can work with plants applying to work on a farm. Everybody's very good at machinery. But that's fine. We have a mechanic to deal with that. Fine. Okay, let's tick time on a bit. Let's see if we can get some more people in. Come on. Planty people. No, not them lot. That's not going to help at all. Planty people. Come on. Here we go. Yes, you will do. So Jensen Austin, who sounds like a car. Nia Lowe, and one more. Come on. Alfie Marsh. Yes, there we go. Right, that's 8 people in there. That's what we need. Okay. I mean, very soon. It has gone to winter, by the way. It has gone to winter. It's currently coming out. Oh, it's the last day of the year. Here we go. Farewell 2030. And yes, here we go. Happy New Year, everybody. It is now. No, it's not. It is now. It is now. It is now. There we go. It is now the 1st of January 2031. Happy New Year, everybody. And yes, no sooner had the year turned than the snow is coming. Because as we can see, yes, it is getting all quite sort of frosty around here. Right. Logistics people. Have we got sufficient logistics people? No. Because, yeah, they've been built, but I've not put any people in over here. And also no power, of course. Sometimes I do well on that. Sometimes I do less well. We'll have a power thing there going to just there. And then we'll connect to there. Okay, sorted. Lovely. So that should now have sufficient power. Surely that reaches... That doesn't reach. Really, game? How rubbish are your power thingamajigs? These are terrible. Okay, connect them up. That's not pretty, but okay, that'll do. Right, so then we need to get 4 people in here. Hang on. We need to name the house. We need to name the house. Logistics near to fruity fields house. That'll do. Brilliant. Catchy. And then, yes, people that are good at this kind of a thing. Shipping. So, Sienna, you can come in. And, oh, Ava and Albie. Okay, so 3 out of 4 done over here, which is good. So, yes, we'll have Sienna and Ava in that one. And then over here, Albie can work in that one. Okay, right, so let's run time on until we can get another person working in that building. And there we go, Katie Wood. Welcome aboard, Katie. How are you? So you can go into there, Katie Wood. So that house has got a bit of availability. Yeah, it's got 4 slots left for people to work. And we've got 2 new logistics buildings, which is very handy. And then we've got this over here. So that I think is full. That's full of people that work on the cultivation ponds. So maybe over here, we do the same kind of a thing. So if we pop that in just... let's put that there, look. And then in the middle, get another house like that. And then we have got a gap next door. Let's put... we haven't really put many decoratives down. Let's put a lovely decorative. How about a golden statue? Yeah, we've got one of these. I think maybe that can go into that gap there. Yay for the golden statue that appears to cost 1 farm manager money. Which is like the equivalent in this game of, selling a potato or something. It's not very much at all. Which is a little bit daft, really, isn't it? This can be logistics house near to cultivation ponds. There we go. Lovely. And then we need another load of people in here that can do this. You and you. So just the 2. Okay, never mind. We'll get 1 building up and running. So you and you. And then, tick time on a bit. Go through to the next day, maybe. Come on, game. Tick forward to the 4th. And then we can check. Right, have we got 2 more people that can do shipping stuff? Oh, no. It hasn't refreshed. I thought it did it every day. Maybe it's every sort of 24 in-game hours or something. There we go. Right, so Molly Bailey and Jaden Murphy. There's probably other people, but those 2 were at the top of the list and money isn't an object anymore. So Jaden Murphy, Molly Bailey, sorted. Right, so we've now got a lot more logistic stuff happening. How are we looking over here? So not enough nori and no resource order colza. There is no resource order in the nearest warehouse for colza. Okay. Oh, right. I turned this off. Oh, right. I possibly shouldn't have done that, should I? That is a problem, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Hang on. Where can we store some colza? Yeah, I mean, that one there. Just there. That's where it was before, wasn't it? I think, are we just out of colza? Have we just used it all up, possibly? Hang on a minute. Sell. We have got 6,400 colza. So I'd like to think they could get it over there. So hang on, colza. And put in 2,500. Is that... how much do they use to the thing? So, yeah, that should be fine. That should be okay. Right, okay. And now it's saying we haven't got enough resources flax in barn 1. They'll get there eventually. I'm just going to ignore that and hope it goes away. Splendid. They're still working on this. They're still getting flax out of that field, even though it's snowing. I mean, that's a little bit daft, farm manager. That's slightly implausible, but okay, fine. We'll roll with it. And I want to go back to the other side of the farm. It takes a while. It now takes a while to travel across the length of the farm on account of it being completely gargantuan. What's the problem here? I'm sure the problem is the fact that it's really, really cold and you can't do anything to the soil, rather than there being a lack of people. But okay, apparently lack of people is the issue. But there we go. I like that. This is good. But one thing I would like to do, I'd like to see our organic lotuses grow, and I'd like to make some hosomaki. Because we've sort of, we've got stuff ready to do this. We are poised and ready over here to make some delicious sushi stuff. And over here, we are standing ready to make ourselves some nice, some good old pickled lotus stems. Although, to be fair, we are doing quite well with making the carrot stuff. Is it worth building another vegetable processing plant? And then just having that one make the pickled lotus things. Have we got room available in housing? Oh yeah, we have. Here. Yes. We'll just fill that house up. Let's do that, shall we? I think, yeah, we'll tick time on it to a very rapid speed. And we will get this done. So it's not that one. Hang on. It's the vegetable processing plant. Yes, that one there. So we'll pop that in... where's the front door? I think it's there, is it? Yeah. Okay, so pop that in like that. So 380 grand goes down. We are still over 40 million, which is pretty impressive. We did dip below, but then we've gone back above it again, which is nice. But yeah, so we'll leave that just, doing carrots. They can just carry on doing this carroty stuff because it appears to be going quite well. Although, oh, not enough nori, not enough trout meat. Really? We've got a lot of fish ponds. We've got so many fish ponds. Hopefully that's gone away. Yeah, there we go. That has gone away. Right, let's let them finish this. And we'll set that up as a sort of, lotus, whatever it is, pickled, is it? Yeah, pickled lotus stems factory. Delicious, possibly, maybe. I don't know. Are they good? Okay, the factory is done as tradition dictates. It hasn't got any power, of course. It hasn't, so we'll drop a power thing in over here and then connect it to... I don't know, that one there. That'll do. That's a lot of power stuff, but that can now be activated. This is good. Right, so we'll set this... So, yes, do that, please, and do that with the other line as well. There we go. So they should be now, well, they're not now, but they're going to turn 350 kilograms of lotus flowers into 250 kilograms of pickled lotus stems. And then, yes, all we need to do is go to here and get 4 production-y people. Right, production people. Here we go. Right, Isabel Gardner, welcome aboard. That's it. Okay, good. Good. There we go. One person. As is often the case. There we go. At least got one person in. So Isabel can start getting stuff ready. She can, come in and turn all the lights on. She can, make sure that there's mugs in the cupboard and we've got, tea ready and such like. No resource order. Lotus. Okay, where is the nearest thing? It's going to have to go here, isn't it? This warehouse... It's going to be a busy old warehouse, but okay, so Lotus, how much is it per thing? 350, so 700. So if we did 1,500, that should be plenty. That should be loads. There you go. We'll do that, please. We have run out of carrots. I did think that might happen. I suspected possibly we might have a bit of a carrot shortage. Do you know what we'll do? Because it doesn't really make any difference. We'll just buy, we won't buy all the nori, because I don't want to do that. Let's just buy, this is very confusing. We need to buy no carrots and no nori. We're going to take that out. We're going to buy 2,000 lots of carrot. Why are we not going to buy 2,000 lots of carrot? Okay, we're not going to buy any carrot because we aren't allowed. Why can't we buy any carrots, game? What's wrong with you? Oh, there aren't any. There are no carrots for us to buy in the world. Okay, right. There's a global carrot shortage. Why have we not got any carrots? Okay, that seems a little bit odd, but okie dokie. Right, so yes, really, we're now just sort of looking over here. So yeah, this is definitely, the nori's frozen. That's got very chilly. The lotus flowers are frozen. I mean, they're going to be a bit mouldy, aren't they? By the time we come back and it's springtime or whatever. But okay, so we've got the stuff laid out now to get, some new products in, which is going to be exciting. And a whole great big variety of lovely fruit. We're going to have some gooseberries, some blackcurrants, some strawberries, and some raspberries. There's going to be so many nice things, but they can't grow right now because, as you can see, it's a bit cold, a little bit chilly around here. So, is there anything else we can do at this exact moment in time? I don't think there is. It's so slow. Moving through the farm. Come on, farm manager. There we go. Brilliant. We'll get there in the end. We do need to do something with the animals. We do need to get in some... It was a medium-sized thing, wasn't it? Just so we can sort out the training. 2 medium cow sheds. We might already have one, but how big is a medium cow shed? I wish these looked a little bit different. They all kind of look the same to me. Like a cow shed looks very similar to a pigsty. It's just a building with a fence outside of it. A medium cow shed. Okay. Is quite big. Oh yes, we've looked before and they can't fit in over here on account of that silly hill. Even they should really be able to fit just here, if we're being honest. Because, the slight incline on there is not much of a problem, is it? Yes, but it doesn't really fit in anywhere around here where the rest of the animals are. So we do need to look at that at some point. I don't think now is the time because we have other things going on. So I think what we need to do is just kind of get out of winter. And we don't often do this, but because we're waiting for a particular thing, we have got a button just here. We can skip winter. And given that it's already the 3rd of February, that won't actually skip that much. And things are ticking over okay. It's all fine. So I think we use this just so we can get stuff growing over here again. Let's skip winter. We've got, 42.7 million farm manager monies. So skip winter. Winter ends in 47 days. So we're going to skip through 47 days. So yeah, we're going to get outgoings. So quite a lot in production. The factories are going to make nearly 28 million. Hang on. If we skip winter, we're on... Hang on, there you go. So we've done it. 64.3 million farm manager monies in 40-something days. Okay, that was a little bit daft. Right, now everything is going to get very, very busy. It's all going to kick off now because people are going to be rushing out to deal with all of this stuff. Here, do you know what? I'm just going to open all of it. There you go. 364 days of the year. Hang on a minute. Between the 1st of the 1st and the 31st of the 12th. 364 days. 365, isn't it, game? Why have we not got... Okay, do you know what? I'm not even going to ask. It's Farm Manager. We don't question things in Farm Manager. But yeah, look, we've got lots of people running out into the fields. That one's being cultivated. Yeah, that one's being cultivated. This one's been cultivated. The big cultivator. They're working on that field over there. And over here, are these growing? Yes. Yes, they are. Okay, so the lotus flowers are back. And I think maybe... Yeah, these ones here appear to be the most sort of grown ones. Although even that's quite a way off, isn't it? That's quite a way off. And I don't think... These haven't woken up again. These haven't quite woken up. The nori is still, a little bit sleepy, shall we say. The nori's having a bit of a lie-in. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on these. I mean, that's going to take a long time to grow, isn't it? Let's just check on these things here. I do like this, look. I like seeing all that. It's just, all the 4 fields are currently having stuff done. Ploughing, cultivating, all that kind of stuff. It does look good. Because they can just go like a top-down view. That looks really good like that. I like that. Just watching them sort of, pootle about and do what they need to do. Good job, folks. Good job. Right, and you're ploughing, I think. This is also good. So there we go. That's almost sorted. So they're going to be ready soon enough, I think. I don't think it'll take that long. What takes the time, I think, is doing the sort of the nitrogen stuff. I think that takes the longest for them to do the nitrogen pH stuff. Once that's all sorted, they're absolutely fine. They just sort of get on with it and fly through. And they are going to take a while. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want to change the name of it. Thank you. It's all good. So I think what we will do is we'll finish things up for now, which means that really today... We haven't overly set out to achieve... Well, we set out to achieve goals. We haven't achieved them properly. We have got this set up, although we haven't grown any fruit in it yet. But that's okay, because this is going to take a while, isn't it? And then the gooseberries take... What is it? I wish it'd tell you on there. They took around sort of 50 days or something. Or was that these? Was that the black currants that took 50 days? One of these didn't take very long at all. So I think, once everything's in... We should start getting quite a lot of fruit crops out of them. It's just a case of having to prepare every single field with all of the different things. So we'll try and get that done. I mean, this sort of, all we've got to do is wait, really, isn't it? We've got to sit about and wait for them to sort that out. So that'll get sorted next time. And then, the big thing really is this. We're going to have to wait another, it looks quite slow, another month or 2 possibly. Maybe sort of by early summer, we might have some lotus flowers. And then when that's done, we can finally, at long last, get some pickled lotus stems. Yum, yum, possibly. And then also maybe the nori will spring back to life as well. I do not know. But there we go. So plenty to do. But as you might be able to hear, my voice is beginning to sort of creak and crack around the edges a teeny tiny bit. So I think for now, we'll finish things up. I will go away and then just, lie down a bit and be ill somewhere for a while. And then when we come back next time, we'll get this sorted, get some fruit, get pickled stems, get some sushi, and it shall all be very exciting indeed. But yeah, we'll wrap things up for now. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Farm Manager World. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. For as we all know, with cake comes spiritual enlightenment and also happiness.
That smell is totally not coming from any dark elder gods. Nope, not even a little bit.
Okay, so a little picture of us on the wall, just to remind everybody who's in charge around here. Oh, and this person here is saying, Penge, you're my friend. Tom, you're my friend too. Nobody likes a soggy bottom.